Hello, good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing on a lovely Monday today, right? So it's 28th of April today, and it's a lovely Monday. This is Kevin Chan, again, your host, to talk a little bit about Chinese metaphysics on all level. And today we are continuing to build back the database on the BaZi side, which we're going to talk about. The 10 gods, right? So on the picture here, those are Taoism gods. Right? So now Taoism actually have the most amount of God if you want God. Everybody is God in Taoism. Right? Taoism has converted the most amount of human into God in existence. Right? So it's a very a popular religion in China itself. Right? So unbeknown to you all, no, a lot of people like to say that Chinese is Buddhism. It is actually no, Chinese is predominantly Taoism. All right, so Buddhism is a later, much later religion that was introduced from India, right? So introduced from India, it was integrated into the thing, right? So, but of course, Buddhism is a little bit more popularized. Is the is you want to call the pop version? It's a pop version of the religions, right? So the original one, the one that has a lot of people believing in China, Chinese is basically what we call Taoism, right? So yeah, your Guan Yin, your 玉皇大帝, all those kind, right? So your La Tokong, those are all Taoism. Those are not Buddhism itself, right? So yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. We're gonna talk about the 10 God, which is the friend star, right? So of course, as usual, good morning first. I got to see Jocelyn here. Pepper is around, right? So David, you woke up. Normally you're still sleeping, Hello Manuel, hello Saw, hello Brian, right? So hello Camrise, hello Kiseong, right? So no, uh, hello Jeremy, all right, Xin Yuan, right? So no, how are you guys doing, right? Brian is asking, is it possible can cover hidden friend star in growth branch? Huh? What is hidden friend star in growth branch? Right? So whether hidden, not hidden, friend star is friend star. All right, so now we're gonna go in and take a look at that. Let me just shrink myself down to the tinier version, right? So and then we're gonna go into this, right? Still got people trying to find me. Telegram guys, you wanna ask any question, just buzz me in Telegram. It's much easier. The monthly newsletter also can, right? I just published yesterday. I just published a little bit of an article about the trip that was in China, so that you guys know what we are actually doing in terms of a excursion. It's very different from a tour. Your general tourism tour. No, please don't associate the general tourism tour with what we are doing. It's very, very different. It's very, very difficult, right? So just go and read the article and then have a feel on it. Right. So of course, if you need community support, right? Community support, more group of friends coming together, friends that coming together, helping each other, helping understanding each other, holding each other hand when you need this particular support is the community page, right above my head. Go and join the Facebook group, right? So the Facebook group help you in terms of understanding a lot of things that you need community help, right? I didn't see the feng shui activation date. No, I didn't give any feng shui activation date. All right, so this is a BaZi chart, right? If you have not printed your BaZi chart yet, this is completely new to you, right? So you can go to Typing Astro, which is one of the site that can help you plot your BaZi chart. By the way, you can just register for free. The free version also can use. Right, so when we talk about 10 God in the olden day, you would need to remember the 10 God. You need to do manual translation. Today, software have done all the translation for you. Right? So in this particular software, that is where the translation is done. It is written there clearly. Like for example, in the year pillar, there is called a friend star. You see, it's spelled as friend. Right? You actually don't have to remember anything, right? So you just take a look at it whether that particular word friend is there. If it's there, then the characteristic is basically available, right? Characteristic is available, right? So today we're gonna talk about the friend star, right? So translation, any day master, right? Where is the feng shui activation date? Feng shui activation date is in the uh forecast newsletter. I haven't published anything yet. Okay, right? So not the forecast, not everything haven't published yet because why? I was in China for like 15 days. half a month gone in China, right? So yay, right? Okay, but anyway lah, right? So 10-day master, they can meet up with 10 different elements, and hence the 10 god exist. That's all only 10 god is just jargon. It's just a representation of the 10 different interaction that can happen between 10 different stems. That's all, right? That's basically 10 god, right? So today we're gonna take a look at the friend star, right? So now those with little doggy, balloon doggy one are the one that we have done, right? So if you want to watch that, just go back to the playlist and go and watch the BaZi essential. Right? So come, let's go in and take a look at the friend star. Right, so the friend star, I take the expendable. For those of you who doesn't know, this particular movie is called the Expendable. Right, so it's a movie talking about bunch of retired ex-military people that come together for a final mission. And after I think 3 episodes, still final mission. When it can sell money, final mission become not final mission. Right, interesting show you can go and watch, right? So it's a great, right? So now friend star is what? Friend star in basic sense is the same element as you, right? So let's take a look, right? So the formula very easy. The same element as you is named as friend. If you don't like the word friend, right? So you would like to rename it, up to you. Doesn't matter. Make sure people understand. Right? So friend star is the element that is same as your element with the same polarity. That is called friend star. Right? So yeah. Right. Gigi Lia, Jezel, you use new account under this name. Why need to change account, Gigi? No need to change account one ma. Right, so that's basically friend star. So what does friend star represent? If you compress everything together, friend star actually drive your self-confidence. Okay, right? So people BaZi chart with sufficient amount of friend star, usually they are more self-confident. With lesser amount of friend star, you become lesser self-confident. If your BaZi chart got too many friend star, you become full of yourself. If you got no other friend star other than you, you lost yourself. Right? So the one with no other friend star other than you, it formed a special structure which is called the follower structure. Right? So now that one, when we cover structure that time, we'll talk a little bit about all the sort of available structure. Right? So and if it's full of your own star there, they call a super vibrant structure. It's just like that. I mean, it's, again, naming convention, don't need to hurt your head about uh deciding which is what. All the chart is not special. All of them have their own problem. All of them have their own advantage. Right? So everybody BaZi chart is basically roughly the same. The idea when we are studying a BaZi chart is to understand in what condition you perform the best. I place myself in that condition, then I got advantage. That's all. Pretty simple to do. Right? So this is basically your basic friend star, right? So now you can imagine friend star as a star that is trying to fit in. Right? So let me check. So yeah. Right. So a friend star is a star that is trying to itself to fit in. Right. So now this one, imaginary wife, you can take a look now. If let's say that today you're dressed in your favorite cosplay, and then you go and attend a formal function. So which means that in the entire formal function, nobody dressed like you. Okay, no one dressed like you. So how would your feeling be? You're gonna feel very awkward, right? You're gonna feel very out of space, right? You're gonna feel very insecure. You're gonna feel very unsafe. You're gonna feel stupid. Okay, right? So that's basically what happened. But let's say that today you're on a cosplay dressing again, but you are attending a cosplay convention when everybody else is dressing in cosplay. You see, the dressing that you're in doesn't change, okay? But did it change your confidence level while you're going in there? Yeah, your confidence level basically changed, right? You feel more secure, you feel more accepted, you feel more at home, you feel that, everybody is your friend, although nobody there is basically your friend. Otaku don't have friends. Right? Arrogant, not exactly. Right? Kamla, arrogant is not exactly, but definitely is full of yourself. overconfident. You can call the fella is overconfident itself. Like if you want to fight an arrogant hurting officer, can be more arrogant than somebody who has too much of a friend star, right? So if too much of a friend star, you're just feeling like you're the only important thing in the world, lor. Right? That particular feeling, right? So in ha wai ngo tok jun, right? I am the lord of the world. I'm the emperor of the world, right? So that's what happen when you have too many friend star inside of you. So I don't know whether you call it good or bad, right? So general what we call the general understanding when you're looking at a person which has fairly high amount of friend star is that they always pursue this thing called inclusiveness. They are always trying to be friendly to people, right? So Friendstar is confident. It drive confidence. It is an essential part of being confident. By the way, the Friendstar or the what we call the Friendstar or the Rockwell star, which is the companion that you call it, is the one that determine whether your Bazi chart is strong or weak. Right? From those of you who has a strong or weak school of Bazi chart one. Right? So those are from that particular, it's actually the friend star that determine whether your Bazi chart is strong or weak. Right? So sufficient amount of friend star there, causes yourself to be strong. So same thing now, if you are in a society, if you go into a group, right? If there are more people that is similar to you, aka, very easy, you go to a Chinese group. Now any meeting, then you find that there's a lot of Chinese. I'm Chinese, right? So I go inside, right? So although I'm a banana, right? Banana mean that look Chinese only, right? Inside is all English only, right? So no, I don't know shit about Chinese, can't read it, can't write it. I've never been to Chinese school before, right? So yeah, right. So no, but when you go inside a group, right, you see that most of them are Chinese. You feel more confident in that particular group, right? So it's like I got some friends, right? So I got some friend which is Indian. They can speak perfect Chinese. They can write Chinese. They are from Chinese school. They're from Chinese school. So when they mix together with us, they can. But the fella still feel funny when is together with a bunch of Chinese guys. You see. Right? So it's like the MIC representative is in an MCA meeting. And these are for those of you who are in Malaysia. MIC is a political party that is predominantly Indian. Right? So it's called the Malaysian Indian. I don't know. MIC stand for what? Right. So and then the MCA is the Chinese one, right? Predominantly Chinese. Right? So if you are in a Chinese political party, predominantly Chinese political, but inside got Indian one, I just tell you first. MIC, the Indian political party, inside got Chinese one. But it's gonna feel awkward. So same thing with the friend star. Right. So if your Bazi chart, is your friend star very weak one, it's very difficult for you to do a lot of things because of lack of self-confidence. That's all I mean. Right? Malaysia Indian Congress. Thank you, Ifwan. Right? So no, yeah. Right? More like extrovert, introvert. No, Kamra is not extrovert. It's not extrovert, introvert. The eating God and hurting officer is more predominant, easier to identify in terms of extrovert, introvert. Rock wealth and also friend star. No, you can be very introverted friend star. You can be very extroverted friend star. Right? But you need Friendstar to. I usually call Friendstar the voter, right? In political, Friendstar is the voter. You need them. You need them around, right? My day pillar is sitting on Friendstar. I'm not supposed to be confident. You don't call supposed to be confident again, right? You're supposed to be the neutral, friendly fellow, right? Neutral, friendly fellow. Right, neutral friendly fella. When you have overwhelming amount of friend star, then you become a little bit more confident. Right, so the confident level when so which means that if you go into a group, the more people inside the group is of the same mentality. It's called mob mentality, by the way. The more confident you are in the thing that you do. Why certain people go for riot. Tunjuk perasaan. Okay, tunjuk perasaan, which is joining your demonstration, right? So the more people join the demonstration seems to have bigger momentum. Make sense or not? That's basically the friend star, right? So no, friend star usually is very self-sacrificing, right? So they want to be accepted. They want to be accepted to the group. So they generally will do a lot of things which make them accepted into the group. They are very good at morphing themselves into the thing, right? So which also means that the Friendster has this uncanny ability to alter themselves to fit the group, and hence they are more welcoming when in term of group acceptance, right? So how would boss with Friendster treat its staff? They treat it like a friends, right? So by the way, Friendster boss usually not very good, not very good. Cannot handle crisis situation. They are good when things are in peace. Friendstar, now Friendstar is very good with public relations. PR is very good, right? Their PR skill set very strong, right? So they are the type of people who would bother about what the other party is feeling. They would take into consideration the group dynamic. If you want to employ somebody who understand group dynamic, right? So that's friend style is good, right? So but of course, again, when your friend style is too overwhelming, the group dynamic become you. Right, the thinking pattern is, my idea is the best idea for the group. So you tend to cannibalize the group, right? When your friend style is too overwhelming. But when it's at the correct level, then you are able to adjust yourself to the dynamic of the group. So you'll be able to very easily amalgamate and integrate yourself into the group. You become the best spy ever, right? So it's great, right? So interpreting as competitive at some degree. No, competitiveness is Rockwell. Rockwell is the one that control the competitive energy. So you see, Rockwell will always want to be higher level than the general group. Rockwell want to stand out. Rockwell want to be accepted as the leader of the group. They want to be special. Rockwell want to be special a bit. But whereas the Friendstar want to disappear in the group. They just want to amalgamate and be part of group. They do not want to stand out unless again is the overwhelming Friendstar. So which means that you have a super vibrant chart. Super vibrant chart then is very different. Right. So Friendstar bots need strong team support him from experience. Yeah, correct. Yes. Right, they basically need strong team to support. So which means that Friendstar, if let's say that the team is not aligned properly, right? The fella cannot, because he's trying to please this group, trying to please that group, trying to please this group. In the end, you please nothing, right? So you don't have that particular where you call leadership skill set, the actual hard leadership skill set. Right, so is now, so again, our friend staff function in a peaceful environment. It function very strong. People tend to like it. But if it's in a chaotic environment, Friendster usually cannot function. They cannot handle fierce dog. Can share what do you mean by full overwhelming? Which mean the entire chart is full of Friendster lah. The entire chart full of Friendster lah. Every single boxes also is Friendster. Right? So that's called too overwhelming. Right? Yeah, this is basically it. Right, so the Friendstar in the month pillar sitting on indirect wealth suggests that collaborating with colleagues can help make workflow smoother and get tasks done easily and quickly. Jenny, in any situation, if you're willing to collaborate with the colleague to make things smoother, it will usually work one. Right, it will usually work, right? So again, right, so if you take a look at it, if let's say that the Friendstar is in the month and is the main chi, right? So you are already a person with a strong budget chart. Strong budget chart means that you believe in yourself stronger. When you believe in yourself stronger, right, you do whatever also is much more easier for you to execute. AKA as in, you do not need approval from external party for you to execute something. You're willing to take responsibility for your action, right? So that's basically called confident, right? With or without anybody outside, you will do the same thing. That's basically called confident, right? Confident is not a situation whereby I need other people to be okay with the situation, then I do. Confident is you die, you don't die, you hear, you don't hear, you exist, you don't exist, I'm doing this. And that is basically confident. right? The self-start is there because again, right? If you have a energy which is same as you, the energy is supporting you, got somebody who's supporting you in terms of BaZi chart. Then you got self-confidence. If don't have, then a bit difficult. Right. So self-sacrifice. So I always advise people, you always go and find some friend which is the friend component is very strong. You always need this sort of friend. Now, this sort of friend is the if you need any support at all, go and find them. They are the ultimate supporter. Right? Any sort of thing at all, you go to them, right? They're very difficult to say no to you. Right? On the bad side, it's called ultimate sucker. Tell thing to them is the best. You go there, you pull their shoulder a bit, help a bit, right? I need your help to, meet the quota this month, help a bit, you got friend star there, right? The fellow will assist you. So you say, okay lah, okay lah, okay lah, okay lah, right? So friend star very difficult to say no to anybody. Right? So you want yes man, go and look for more friend star. So that's why I said that if you all got a boss, which friend star one, right? The fellow is freaking yes man. Right? This fellow say, whichever group is bigger, whichever group is bigger or whichever group is louder, the fellow will go and suit that group now. Which doesn't make the fellow like got no principle, right? How do we chart whether super vibrant chart, Then you go and learn in a class lah. Super vibrant chart got a thing, right? So super vibrant chart is just every single thing is the same element. It's called super vibrant chart. All 8 boxes, same element. Super vibrant lah. That's all only, right? So by the way, Serena, not important whether super vibrant, not super vibrant. Important thing is always what you want to do. Right? All you want to do, what you want to do, you just need to take a look at that one particular pillar. Right? So if it's, again, the year pillar is your reputation. So if you're trying to fix your reputation, look at year pillar. If you're trying to fix your conduct, your career, your, whatever business job you want to call it, month pillar. You want to fix your relationship, look at there. You want to fix your, how you plan your future, look at our. There's no point looking at the entire chart. Okay? Right? So you don't need to crack your head whether it's this structure, that structure, this and that. In the classical study, yes. In the classical study, the almost the first step in a classical study is determination of your chart. Right? The first step in the study, because the entire reading is structure dependent in the olden day. But today, if you do the reading, right, no need to worry too much about your structure. Right, so we will go into the structure determination part after we have finished this, right? So, but I can tell you, not very important in terms of reading. Right, you just need to know that okay, right? So you got this particular star measured your ability to amalgamate into it. And friend star people are usually very giving. Nice, right? So friend star measure your niceness. Okay, right? So of course, you need to be in a level, right? So if it went too high, right? So it went too high. Also, there's one way, right? So those software that has the 10 got percentage one, right? So they do the 10 got percentage one, right? So too high mean that you're probably 90% up on the friend quotient, 90% up one there, right? So that is too much. Right, that is basically too much, right? So now too much giving mean that you are stuffing things to people. You're not giving things because the other person need it. You are giving things to people because you think this is the best for them. You are generally pushing things down people's throat. Okay, still giving. Right, you're still the giving type of person. It's like this kind of thing. I think you need it more than me. I should give it to you, right? So it's still giving, but it's stuff the thing down your throat type of giving. Very strong arm type of giving, right? So it's again, in terms of group dynamic, if your friend size is a bit too high one, you become all yourself, and the group become you tend to do a lot of things that force, manipulate, shape the group into the way that you want it. Right, so heavenly stem, our pillar, Ping Shen, right? So I have a friend star. All right, okay, I am a Ping, right? So Ping and Ping lah. Right, does it mean that I grow older, I have more friends? You grow older, you become more easier to adjust yourself to the environment. It does not mean that you got more friends. Okay, it's a two different concept. Right, so you can have more friends just being what we call a friendly, right? So if you compare friend star with Rock Wealth, Rock Wealth will have more friends than you. Because Rock Wealth is actively seeking approval. They will actively go and seek, but friend star won't actively seek approval. Friend star is wherever you throw the fella will adjust itself to the mold of the group. So if you take the fella out, throw it into another, it will adjust to another group. That's the uncanny ability of friend star, is being able to do a bit of an adjustment, right? So that's it, right? So that's basically the friend star, right? So Jenny, right? Hopefully that helped a bit, right? So if let's say that the friend star is in the year, so you know that in public you usually would be very, you can call obedient, or you know how to scan the room, you know how to act in an appropriate manner in public. So if it's, let's say that in the month, then in work related matter, you know how to respect the work culture. So which also mean the dangerous thing is that if your work culture is lazy, aka if you're working in Malaysia government, you become lazy. You become just like those lazy buggers, right? So if you are working in a corporate environment whereby everybody is chiong, very hardworking, you will also become hardworking. You will also become hardworking, right? So now here's the thing, if it's in the day, right? So you're sitting on friends star, very easy to know people, but very difficult to stay long. Because why? The fella don't have direction, right? Always follow the partner direction. Unless you want somebody who always follow the partner direction, right? So what happened? It end up, it try to be friendly with everybody, right? So especially for ladies sitting on friends star, usually very troublesome. Is that you end up sharing partner, right? So, end up sharing partner. Yes, you end up sharing partner because why? The other fellow also like your partner, right? Instead of fighting, you will say that it's okay lah, we share lor, because you try to be friendly, man. Got like that one again. Guy star, you end up no girlfriend. Guy star, if you're sitting on friend star, you end up with no girlfriend. Because why? You're not willing to compete with another person for the girl. Another guy like the girl, you just let the girl go. You end up with no girlfriend. But you got a lot of friends though. Right? A lot of interest, but no confirmation. Right? A lot of interest. So it's in sales, it's many inquiry, no closure. Because why? You never ask people to buy. Right? You never ask people to buy. Got those people who are no. I got mentioned to people already. I got mentioned to people already. What? Mention, what's the use? Did you go and ask them you want to buy or not? Never. Okay, got people is like they're very friendly, inform everybody about everything, but then never done closure. Never go there and ask the fella, you want to buy or don't want to buy one. Never ask that question one, but always inform people, inform. This friend style are typical. Right? So male Xing Yu, day master may desire multiple partner but might find it hard to settle down with just one. Does it hint at love for wild indulgence? No lah, not exactly wild indulgence. Right? So it's not really that. Right? Again, right? So even if you're Xing Yu, right? So even if you're Xing Yu, so it's basically sitting on friend star, right? Xing Yu is basically probably a bit, I would say it's a bit too picky. Sin people tend to be a little bit more picky. That's all. Right? So you want to say high principle can depend on how you do it. So sin is, you said sin you, the relationship probably is a little bit more on the side of, now you see sin don't like to share one. Just the sin itself, the thing, right? So it's like jewelry. Jewelry, what happens when you put too many jewelry together? They disappear. Right? So jewelry is only special when you got one piece in a display case. Make sense, right? The sin, no? Right? So sin like to stand out. Sin is a lot like hurting officer. They like to stand out. Right? So when you put two sin together, how? Right? The fellow become not special. Right? How to intentionally fight against share? Intention. Why you need to intentionally fight against sharing? Right? Don't think have want to share mentality. Right? So why you want to internally fight anything at all? So you don't need to fight anything one. Right? So you got mouth, open mouth, tell your partner. Yeah. If you like someone, open mouth, tell the fella lah. That's all I mean. Why is it so difficult? right? So the problem with sitting on Friendster is that you are afraid of losing the friendship. You are not willing to move to the next stage in the relationship because you risk losing the friendship. You scared that if you go to the next stage, if it doesn't work, friend also cannot become. You treasure the friendship more than your own personal relationship. If that is the case, stay as friend lah, since you are so scared of losing, right? If not, move on lah. Move on, tell the fella, I like you, go on to the next level of the relationship. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. What is there to fret? Your friend star means that you got more opportunity than other people. Go until you find one that is stable lah. That's all only ma. Right? Go and find somebody who's resource star. Right? Because resource star also very scared of losing. Great for you lor. You scared of losing, go find somebody who is scared of losing, both of you scared of losing one, together lah. Right? Then settle, problem settle. Right? Now, it doesn't guarantee that you guys have good relationship, but you guys can stick together lor. Yeah, come on guys, you need to know what do you want from the relationship. Today is not in the olden day. Olden day relationship profile very easy. Get married, have children, pass on the family business to the children. Children produce food, everybody get food to eat. Very easy. Today, you ask yourself what you want a relationship for. Yes, John Kim, how are you doing? Right, so it is the profile of your what we call woke up late lah, no problem lah. Right? What else is there? Right, so yeah, Friendster always seek a win-win. That's why I say that if you want win-win situation, go look for Friendster people. They are the one always win-win. I help you, you help me, you help me, I help you, I help you, you help me, you help me. That's Friendster. Right? They are awesome. Right? So they're basically awesome people. Right? So if you want to be spectacular leader, cult level leader, go find more Friendster people. Right? Friendster people very, very easy to win over. Because why? They naturally want to be win over. They naturally want to be accepted. They have already the natural sense to amalgamate themselves in. Friendster people are like glue adhesive in building. Cement. Right? So they're like cement in building. You need them to fill up the space. Right? So yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Yes, supporter lah. They are very strong supporter. Right? So rock wealth is usually akin like fans. The fans, you see, fans got demand. Right? But whereas supporter, no demand. A bit different. Right? Friends got demand. Right? So friends always, try to get higher. Friends is the one that will pay extra for a concert ticket. That is called a fans. Right? So the fella will pay, much more higher than whereas a supporter will attend your concert. Even if the fella buy the cheapest concert, as long as the fella came for the concert, sit way up on the mountain, 山頂座位, the fella will still be there. The fella will be quietly say that, I have attended this concert. But in actual sense, sitting very far away looking at the TV screen, you might as well buy a CD. Right. So you want a consumer Friendster is very good, right? So the more Friendster you have among your things, right? Actually is the easier in terms of doing business. Right? Because Friendster usually again they don't really have a lot of demand. Unless again the Friendster is overwhelming. If the Friendster is overwhelming one, this fella is it turn crazy lah, the fella, right? So if the Friendster is like almost non-existing one, then the fella also doesn't have his own drive. Right? So then the fella will fall onto depending on the rest. Right? So the rest say yes, then yes. Right? But anyhow, also I advise you go and find people who has a normal level of Friendster. You need these particular people, So which means that at any one time you need any support, those are the people who would, without any requirement or without anything at all, they will come and support you. It's awesome. It's awesome people. If you are this type of person, then you know that you got the ultimate ability to amalgamate yourself with any group. Find a good group. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to be entrepreneur, just go find entrepreneur group. You will very fast become entrepreneur. You want to become sales, go find exceptionally good elite sales group. You would become a sales. You are like the ultimate putty. Yeah, you're like the ultimate putty. You can be shaped into any shape at all. You just need to find the correct shape. Right? So you are the ultimate plastic molding. Have a strong friend style person, be a good boss. So, if your friend style again, if your friend style is strong enough because your personal self-confidence is strong enough, at least you are willing to go a direction without other people. At least that first. To become a good leader or a good boss, you need to have clear direction. You cannot be somebody who is dragging around by the rest of the people. So now there is this because Singapore is currently going through their election. Right now they got no government, by the way. Right, so we can talk about Singapore. So like put it in a way, right? So now we are very proud of being a democratic country, each and every person one vote, right? But seriously, do you want somebody who is selling vegetable in the market to run your country? Right? Ask yourself that. Right? Ask yourself that. Do you want a proper leader that has proper political knowledge to run the country, or do you want Donald Trump to run your country? Now we got a Donald Trump running the country. I don't know whether he purposely do not want to know what the hell is a tariff or whatever it is, right? So you can see that the thing that he's doing, right? So now he won through democracy, right? A lot of people thinks that is that now you are putting the entire countries into a hand of a person who, okay, yeah. Now you can see very clearly, right? So to run a country, you need a person who know how to run a country, right? It's not really about your democratic vote. You cannot just vote anybody up onto the office to run the country. You can't do that. You understand or not? It's like like democracy, right? So if you just talk about, let's say, kitchen cooking, if you got a bunch of people, you need to decide who to cook, right? Do you democratically vote a person to go to the kitchen to cook? Your meal is gonna taste terrible, right? Democracy doesn't give you good food. Okay, democracy is just a fun thing, right? So democracy is useful when everybody is at the level they can handle that particular situation. Then you vote for the person that has the most amount of support to do the thing. But when you are in a situation whereby there are certain party clearly cannot do the work one, right? You cannot democratically vote the person. Understand or not? There's a minimum criteria. Democracy only work when you reach minimum criteria. Right? But anyway, lah, right? So back to the this particular energy itself. Right. So this is basically your friend star, right? So yeah, one is never meant to function alone. Right. Good thing need to be shared. Right. So friend star is the star that basically drives sharing. So friend star people are generally much more happier. Just tell you first. If your main profile is basically a friend profile, you are generally much more happier because why? You have the ability to adjust yourself to the crowd. So you always crowd happy, you happy. Right? Everybody happy, you basically happy. Everybody at that level, you are at that level contented. Right? Level of contentment is basically higher. And when your level of contentment is basically higher, it's actually much more easier for you to attain this thing called happiness. Because why? You don't get green eye. English called green eye, Chinese called red eye. Ngan hong Ngan hong means jealous, green eye means jealous. I don't know why English called green eye, Chinese called red eye, but right, so friend star people usually do not get jealous. They are genuinely very supportive of you. They see you successful. They really feel proud of you. They see you fall down. They really feel sad for you. Those are friend star people. They are very, very nice. Right? They're very, very nice fellow. So that's why I always say that, go find some of your friends, right? Which are friend star. So if you take a look at this particular fella is a friend star profile, right? Sayang the fella a lot, it's like, oh, sayang the fella a lot. Right? So they are awesome, right? So they are basically people who will support you even when there is nothing to gain. Nothing to gain from it, also they will support you. And also Friendster very easy to get exploited. Right. Next luck pillar is Friendster, means happy with my environment. The chances of you getting into group of people who is naturally in agreement with you is very high. Right, GG. That's basically it. Right. So are they afraid of being alone or shunned or ignored? Yes, can say correct. Friendster don't like to be alone. So that's why they do a lot of things to adjust themselves into the group. They are very well accepted by the group is because of their ability to adjust. Right. So they can learn a lot. It's like, if let's say you throw a Friendster into a pickleball, very fast they will learn how to play pickleball. Very fast. If you throw them into tennis, then very fast they learn how to play tennis. Right? They adjust themselves to the group in an uncanny fast ability. Right? So also rather compassionate, understanding of the situation. So if your position, your job require understanding, require this. So that's why I say PR work, they are very good at PR work. Right? They are very good at PR work. They are very good at, those things that, right? No hidden agenda. Correct, lor? They don't. I also don't know what to call no hidden agenda. They do not really have a lot of their opinion. Again, right? Unless that their friend size is really high. And their friend size is really high, then they think that their opinion is everybody's opinion. Also not called wrong, right? So your BaZi chart friend star in heavenly stem at month and year pillar. Yeah, okay, right. So outwardly Suyanto. Outwardly people see you as friendly. Anything that is on the heaven stamp is basically display outward feeling, right? So outwardly they see you as somebody who is very friendly. So good law, right? At least you can pretend to be friendly, right? The one on top is basically pretend first. If it's connected to the bottom, then you are indeed somebody who is, right? So that quite okay, right? My hour pillar have 7K that is rooted, right? So how to read conflict between friends? Friend and 7K is actually not, they are actually not in conflict, lah, right? So again, right, it's just that the functionality is different. Functionality is different, right? So so again, 7K govern your ability to basically function outside of a predetermined rules and regulation, right? So it determine your courage. Right, so if your 7K, if your friend star is very high and your 7K is functional, it's actually good for you. You are somebody who is willing to go out and get things done. So a person with a strong friend star that is strong with Rockwell also mean there is a clash in intention. Also not a clash in intention, it's just that the way that they do things probably a little bit more self-driven. Rockwell is always more self-driven than Friendstar. Friendstar usually very little self-driven element. Right? So like for example, if Rockwell go crazy mean that you wanna compete in everything. Usually you get broke first. Which Chiman combo interpret jealousy? Don't really read too much Chiman, right? Why you need combo interpret jealousy? Right? So no come rise. And of course, this is a party session. We keep it on Chiman session first. Right, so no Friendstar direct report selalu MIA and always have the latest gossip. Friendstar got latest gossip is correct. Friendstar has the latest gossip is correct. Right? So actually, if you want information, go and get from Friendstar. The fella is a very good information collector. Right, so that's why Friendstar also good as spy. Yeah, right. Because why it get accepted to every places anyway it goes is basically very accepted people feel like this fellow is not threatening so what happens with people who's not threatening, right? So you get many scam cost kind no agenda and don't want to offend people. Yeah lor, GG, correct. Yes, no, you get scam. I also won't call scam right? I also won't call scam right? So very dangerous if you got MLM friends. Right, nothing. It's just that your friends come over, introduce something to you, right? So introduce the whatever insurance, the mutual fund, MLM product. They come and talk to you, right? The friend staff feel very obligated to support. Because why? They want you to accept them, right? So I help you, lor, right? So, but on the extreme, when it's too much, you need to take a look whether you can, how to make full use of rooted friend star luck pillar. Again, go find a group of people that you want to emulate. Go friend them. That's it. Done. Very simple. Friend star is very simple. You become part and parcel of whoever you mix with. You mix with the right group, you become the right person. That's all only, right? No need to headache one. Right? You just need to have the ability to choose group. That's it, right? Which means that you need to have the ability to let go of group, which is the difficult part for friend star. So friend star, if you're stuck in a group for too long, very difficult to pull yourself. So you need to give yourself a bit of slap. All right, delete all the friends. I usually say put inside the fridge. Yeah, cryogenics the friends, and then go and find new friends. Easy to done, right? Not too difficult. If don't want Rock Wealth as boyfriend, right? What? Huh? That fella angry and ban me forever. How to still be friends? Why you want to be friend with the fella? Question. Why do you want to be friend with someone? If the fella is utterly useless, right? You want to be friend with him for what? Hello, right? I don't know why you want to collect friends. Right? Friend is not a collector item. If the fella is not going the same direction as you, put him aside. That's all. Very simple. Right? No need. Okay? Remember used to say when mixed with rubbish become king of the rubbish. That one is Rock Wealth. Rock Wealth will become king of the rubbish. Friend Star will become part of the rubbish. You will not become the king of the rubbish. You will just be part of the rubbish. So serial killer friends. Right? So I'll be the serial killer friends. Serial killer. Might be, might cannot lah. You want to be a serial killer, your 7 killing need to be pretty high, Right, so unless you are killing him slowly, you're killing him slowly with his song lah, then Friendstar can. Right, Friendstar usually will not engage in direct harm. Right, will not engage in direct harm. Friendstar will not engage in direct harm. So that's why they are peace-loving creature. They are like you guys got watch nowadays, they like to watch Mammoth. Mammoth, the Highland little look like gopher one. The one that steal biscuit and eat one. Friendstar is probably like that. Or your that particular fella, I forgot what's the name already, right? So there are a few creature in the animal world that is very, very Friendstar. Right? So yeah, they are ultra friendly, they don't attack you, very nice, right? So all those rodent type, huge rodent. Okay, let's say it's like that, Friendstar. Okay. Right, so really collect some Friendstar people. You need them when capybara, yes, Sunbeam, capybara, right? So it's just like a capybara, very friendly, nonchalant, going around just eating their thing. You come over, you kick them also, they don't really care too much, right? So you wanna pet them, they let you pet. Quokka, Quokka, I've never touched one before, so don't know. Rabbit, very friendly. Rabbit no lah, rabbit run away one right? So if the percentage of friend and Rockwell is same 98%, right? Sometimes this person want to be accepted, also want to be the leader of the group. If you set 98% for the friend star and also Rockwell star, the fella self-assurance is already very high. Instead, it will go the other way around. The fella will actually not be confined by the group, usually, right? So they will naturally go and find people who is in agreement with them, which is going to be very rare. Okay, right? Rabbit very friendly, lor. No, you need to go and play with capybara, right? So at least in Malaysia, there's a few cafe that has capybara in them. Go and play with them. And compare with playing with rabbit itself. Rabbit will run, capybara won't run. Right? Capybara won't hop away, won't run, it's just there, So at least on the video that when I see the mammoth, you guys could really see the one that eat biscuit. It's just so damn cute. Those fellas is like, huh? Huh? You know, look at them, it's like, you stand up, huh? Is it that really happened? Is it, man? Right? They also don't know how to run away. Right. Even my turtle run away faster than capybara, by the way. Right? So, all right. Now on Capybara Cafe Tangent. Okay, right. So we are done with that. You know, half of it is gone, and another half more to go. Right. So I'm a bit surprised that you guys did not vote for the well star. Normal circumstances, usually you guys will vote for the well star first, but no. Right. But anyway, alright, so guys, right, so keep this one, right? So as we progress into this and as we cover all the basic information, then we can go into some what we call more practical way of reading. Then you start to understand, why the reading go the direction that you need to go. Or else very difficult for you to understand because you don't have the database. Right? So it's just building database only. Don't get too upset with anything, don't get too stuck with anything. Right. My day pillar is friend star, right? So Gigi, you need to take a look at the rest of your chart. Right? So now we will go into a session whereby we will start to look at the rest of the chart. That is when I will pick some random celebrity, then we can discuss a little bit lah. A random celebrity and things that they are currently doing. Then we can do a bit of a discussion, right? So or else you guys don't have the database. I thought also you all over the places. Can right? So take care. Bye. Mouse missing again. Where are you, mouse?